Hello and welcome. Today we're in El Nido Palawan in the Philippines and we're about to check out the accommodation that we stayed at for the few nights that we were there. So we are staying at the Serenity and it is absolutely beautiful. Now our room is just up top. The reception is just to the left hand side. I think you've got two rooms up top and then two rooms just below as well. So it's a very quick sort of show and tell of the room, and then we're going to do a little bit of a loop and just how easy it is to get from this beautiful room to the beachfront, and then we come back the opposite way because there are multiple ways you can walk around. Now, obviously, the first thing to do is check out this balcony, which got used every single night. Now, where we are staying, it is really peaceful. So in the evening, all you can hear is the birds, the cats, and the dogs just running around, and it is super quiet because we are about 5-10 minute walk away from the beachfront. You obviously have a safe if you need to put some bits and pieces in there, and you've got plenty of space to put your suitcases, all your bags, and all the other little bits and pieces in there. And obviously you can see it does come with other bits that you would need, like a hairdryer, for example, and then you have all of the little bits and pieces that you need to hang up your clothing, and a very good air conditioning unit as well. That really did keep the room nice and cool. You've got the nice windows up top with the curtains that are permanently closed. That was really a nice little touch. And then you have got a kettle, you've got a bottle of water which they will refresh for you every single day, and then you've got some coffee if you need it, and then you've got your normal cups and drinks and all of that kind of thing as well. Now for me, the most impressive thing with regards to the photos that were taken is actually the bathroom. Now, it had a very nice shower, really big open plan, which we'll be taking a look at in a second. And the bed itself was also absolutely massive. Now, they did have like a mat, I guess, that you could either get changed on or do some yoga on or do whatever it is that you wanted to do. And you had this really nice looking chair as well. That was actually surprisingly comfortable. And then you had a working fridge that was very quiet, and it kept the drinks really cool, which was just from next door. So we literally walk down the stairs, turn left, and within about 20 seconds you can grab yourself some nice big bottles of water or whatever it is that you needed to do. Then you've got all these really nice decorative pieces just up on the wall, and again you've got the curtains going across the windows. So obviously one of those things of, you could, if you wanted to, jump up and open them and close them again, but there's absolutely no point. Now this is what I was talking about with regards to the photos, and it didn't disappoint. It's like a semi-wet room. You have all the bits and pieces that you need with regards to shower gels and everything on the inside, and again you've got like basically a big open window which acts as a vent, so it just takes out all the steam. So the shower itself was massive. You can see you got your body wash and soap, and then obviously you can put some little bits and pieces in that little hidey hole just to the right. And then as you spin round and come down, it says things don't flush, but you can flush crocodiles, sadness, nightmares, and typhoons. So if you needed to flush anything, they'll be the things that you do flush. And then as it spins round, you can see just the size of the room itself. And again, you've got your little towel rail, because it does come with obviously all of the towels that you need, and it comes off the keys, and you saw going across the desk all the other little bits and pieces that you had on there. Now, one of the other main things that was fantastic about this room was regards just the bits and pieces and the information of where you could go. So it was a very handy thing just to sit down and read, because we actually booked a lot of activities because of guard that they put in there, and actually it's just the room key. So we were staying in room number 3. Right, we've now got a loop around the outside. So I say it's a loop. We are literally going just the one way. Really nice, easy and simple. So it does not take too long whatsoever. So we have got this just on the outside. So it's nice just to see all of the different bits and pieces. So you've got the shop just there. That is how close the shop is just to the front door. Now we're actually going to walk back past that shop to finish, because we are basically now just going to do a square. So there is another store just there as well. So we've got a store either side of us, which is really handy. And then a little bit further down, you also have a moped place that you can hide the bikes. You can see all the cats and dogs just chilling out. They're very well looked after. And then you've got all these different bits and pieces to the left hand side. Now you've got lots of different resorts. So with regards to the actual resorts, they do have beachfront access. So we were just the run back, but there was a lot of construction work going on during the day. So you can see what I mean about how you can just hide the bikes just from there. But you can, again, down each one of these is a different beachfront hotel and accommodation, different resorts. And as we're about to walk round, I think we're going to take a left in a second. That is a very, very nice, quick way to get to the beach if you want to. And then you can do the full walk all the way down the El Nido beachfront. You can see different accommodation up high to the left. Lots and lots of little restaurants and little snack places just to the right-hand side, which I would imagine would be extremely busy when all of these hotels and everything are open. And if you were to carry on going down in a straight line, there's almost like a little village that is just down there as well, because there was a lot of footfall traffic. So I'm assuming that was mainly for the locals. We started to walk down there, but it looked so private, we turned around and just sort of left it be. But this is the walkway to the beach. This is how easy it is just to get there. So you can see all we've done is we've just turned out of our accommodation, turn right, you take the first left, and then you just zigzag it round, and then all of a sudden you come to the glorious beachfront. It was absolutely beautiful. So it's all really nice and simple, but you can see what I mean about all the construction work. I've said this in a lot of videos. They're in the process of putting quite a lot of new resorts in, taking some down, so you'll see in a second. It's a little bit messy as we start to come around the corner. That won't be there for long, I am sure, and it will all start to clear out. So all of these bits and pieces to the right hand side all looked like it was being stripped out, gutted, and redone for a lot of it. Because you could hear, if I was to have the volume turned all the way up, you would actually hear all of the construction work going on. So I would be very, very interested to go back in the near future just to see what it's like. But let's be honest, that view is incredible. That is what we passed every single day. Now, you cannot moan about how far away you are from the beach. This was so private just down here because the other resorts were being built up that you could just sit here and there was nobody about, like nobody at all. Some of the resorts were just closed. This was off peak as well, so that is why there was nobody there. The water super clear, and it was absolutely stunning. Now if you're coming back from El Nido like we are doing now, so the center is just behind us, we've already explored, we've had a bite to eat, we've had some lunch, and we've walked about 10 minutes on the beachfront. If you wanted to, you could just carry on walking in a straight line and then you would get to where we just were. Or now, what you can do, you can actually kick in and turn right. You walk down what was almost like an open barbecue. That did seem to be extremely popular in the evenings, and it did smell fantastic, to be honest. It did smell very, very nice indeed. So now we are going to be walking back the opposite part of the square. So we've got the other two corners to do, and then we'll finish off by walking past the shop where I started on, and then that would be the end of the video. So this way, if you wanted to, you can walk up this way. You've got lots of different bits and pieces going on with regards to them working on their own boats, just everything to the left hand side. This is a public right of way. It does seem a little bit private, but you can just walk up here absolutely no problem. And it was a big cut through for a lot of people. And then again, you've got like a little shop just here to the left hand side, and as you carry on walking in a straight line, you will see some tables and chairs, and the smell was incredible. Now, it's somewhere that we didn't eat because El Nido itself has so many different places that you can eat, so you really are spoilt for choice. So there's the tables and chairs just to the left hand side. It smelt so good. I do highly recommend, if you can get in there, and then obviously grab yourself a bite. All of those are different accommodation. Some of them are shops. You can carry on walking in a straight line, and there's more accommodation there as well. So this, they said, and I'm glad they did say that in the review that we saw, that this side is much calmer in the evening. So if you do want some peace and quiet, any of these resorts, so again, to the left-hand side, there's a huge resort just there. And you can see that it's actually got its own private transportation. That is what those little bits and pieces are just on the left. And on the right, you have the huge digger. So again, there's lots of construction work going on. Like I said, really is quite a lot of work going on. Now, again, this is the main artery all the way down. So you just walk from the beach, accommodation, everything to the left, loads of accommodation to the right. You carry on walking down in a straight line. I think there's like maybe another 3 resorts on the left hand side. Then you've got a couple of shops. Then you can turn right and walk all the way up, and it goes up for quite a distance, to be honest. We didn't manage to explore all around here because there was quite a lot to do. Now, another easy thing around here is you can book all the different island hopper tours. You can do all of the different excursions from here. There's lots of things that you can do and book from here, which keeps it really close, to, obviously, to your own accommodation. You can see lots of different places to eat. You've got other bits and pieces like here, for example. The nice thing is that you have the opportunity, if you want to eat at the other hotels if you wanted. Some of them that were recommended were actually closed for refurbishment, but the pictures that were shown in our hotel room was brilliant because our accommodation didn't have that kind of thing. It was just 4 or 5 different rooms, and then they told you where you could go and eat. But if you wanted to, you could have a very, very nice breakfast. Now, to the left-hand side just here, that is going to be a brand new accommodation very, very soon, and it looks huge. We can actually see it from our balcony as well, so it did look very, very impressive. And again, you've got some different bits and pieces just in here if you wanted to. You can see they're offering different tours. The island hopper just underneath. You can hire a bike if you wanted to, or you could hire a room. So there was a lot going on with that one. Again, if you wanted to, you could go down to the Forest Camp and the Forest Inn and everything, and that is all down there. And there's different, I think that said Paradise Hotel or Hostel. So there's lots of those different bits and pieces down there. And again, just behind me, there is other resorts and other bits and pieces just being built. But like I said, we are just doing a loop all the way round, and in a second you will see exactly where we stopped. That is going to be the brand new Egyptian accommodation that's going to be opening up, I do believe, at the end of 2025. That is a little convenience store that we have already seen because we are already back to our hotel. So that is basically a full square all the way around of all the different bits and pieces that are available, and the gorgeous beachfront as well. So I highly recommend, if you ever get to El Nido, just to spend a little bit of time walking around because the sunsets are absolutely gorgeous. But guys, that is it, and I am done. So if you could like this video and subscribe to the channel, that'd be absolutely fantastic. There is a full Philippines playlist available with lots of other different activities, lots of waterfall walks, zip lines, and all that kind of thing as well. So guys, as always, thank you very much for watching. You lot take care, and I hope to catch you next one. Ta-da.